What's going on, y'all? This is your boy JG back at it again. In this video, we get into Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua, Saudi Arabia 2. Let's go.
Looks so tired. I think he wants out.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. This is your boy JG. Exaggeration Experience. We keep it all the way real. Another big fight week coming up. Anthony Joshua tries to get his damn belts back versus Andy Ruiz. It goes down Saturday, December 7th in Saudi Arabia. Who the hell knows why? That's another conversation for another day. What I wanted to get into this video is my predictions and then my reasons why, and then and we're just gonna go from there. So, as you guys know, Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz, they fought back in June 1st. They fought on June 1st. It was a late replacement bout. Gerald Miller failed a drug test. He was scheduled to fight Anthony Joshua in his American debut. Failed a drug test. So that was off the table. They reached out to Al Heyman. He is the manager or advisor for Andy Ruiz. Said, hey, we got this bout. You got 5 weeks to prepare. What do you think? They accepted the bout because that's a hell of an opportunity to become a unified heavyweight champion, the first Mexican-American heavyweight champion in the world. So they jumped on that. They flew out to New York where the bout took place. And Andy Ruiz shocked the world. Dropped Joshua 4 times during the course of that bout. Got dropped himself once, but came back, bounced back, dropped in the same round, won that round, won every round thereafter. I didn't give any rounds to Anthony Joshua, and I think that's what's going to make this video end up being kind of interesting as I give my prediction and my reasons why. You know, I see the fight going the same way it went last time. So now we got the background. They fought in June. Ruiz won, late replacement. And I want to speak on that for just a second. A late replacement bout. So you would think, you hear a lot of guys say, well, wow, man, how could Joshua have lost? He had a full camp, 8, 10, 12 weeks, whatever the camp number was, and Ruiz only have 5 weeks. But the thing of it is, as you go into a camp, you're preparing for an opponent. You're preparing for a style. You're preparing for what that opponent's strengths and weaknesses are. So when you get the late replacement, sure, Andy Ruiz was chilling. But, I mean, you got to keep in perspective, he did fight on a card earlier that year, so he was just coming off of a victory. But the challenge in switching gears from training for one opponent to the next, that is a challenge. I'm not making excuses for AJ, but I just want to make sure I make that clear. Just because someone, he been in camp 12 months, or 12 weeks, or whatever the case may be, in camp for 12 months. How you going to be in camp for a fight for a fucking year? You going to lose. Fuck that. It presents challenges on both sides. But moving right along. And then you get into the situation. Now they're fighting again, Saudi Arabia. Like I said, the fight took place June 1st. It's December 7th. That's no time. You talk about negotiations, contract stuff. Andy Ruiz wanted some things different. They battled over the location. So that kind of cuts into the time when you start preparing for the bout. I don't think it's enough time to adequately prepare for what I think the biggest challenges are that Anthony Joshua is facing. I don't think he's ready. And it's not a physical thing. It's not a physical thing. I think it's a mental thing. All the rumors that swirled around what happened the last time that these guys got together. Oh, man, I had a panic attack. You got Anthony Joshua's dad trying to beat people up and fight Eddie Hearns and shit like that. And the rumors of him getting hurt in sparring, those same rumors are out again. That he's having trouble in sparring and having a difficult time. And it's one of the situations, like, for example, I don't think that Andy Ruiz would beat a Deontay Wilder. I think a tougher matchup would be AJ for Deontay Wilder. But I feel like the matchup between Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua might turn out to be one of those things where that's just a tough stylistic matchup for Anthony Joshua. I think he'd probably try his best to stay behind the jab, move his feet, use his height and reach advantage. But Andy Ruiz, deceptively quick. His fans, there's nothing deceptive about his hand speed. The dude has legit hand speed, great hand exchange, good disciplined elbows. He did get caught off guard in the first fight, and he would admit that there's tons of interviews where he can say, yeah, my man caught me slipping. I don't see that being the case now. He typically operates with good head movement, kind of similar to Mike Tyson, how he will set the head movement up before he sees it coming. What you're supposed to do, you're supposed to come in and establish a hard target right away, not start trying to move your head because someone's throwing a punch at you. Anyway, I digress. But I think the hand speed, the combination punching, and the willingness to go into the fire are things that Ruiz excels at. And I think those are things that are not the strength of Anthony Joshua, especially from a speed perspective. Big lumbering guy. He has slimmed down for this bout. Want to see the toll that takes on him. But quick hand exchanges in the pocket, turning over tight hooks and things of that nature against a guy who can put them together much quicker than you can, it's a recipe for disaster. I don't see a scenario where Anthony Joshua wins a firefight, especially if Ruiz can be slick. And when he got his first knockdown, he got it off rolling a left and then throwing a left hook over the top to the temple. So that's a demonstration of slickness right there. I guess you guys have figured out at this point, 6 minutes into this video, I'm going with Ruiz. I want to add a couple more things in here, then I'm gonna get off the video. If you go back and rewatch the first fight, that fight could have got stopped on one of the earlier knockdowns. I forgot who the referee was, but he says, "Yo, walk to me." It was sort of the end of the round, and AJ disregards that command.
Walk to me. Okay, lift up your hand. Griffin walk getting to 8. Walk to me. All right. Can he step to Michael Griffin? Box. Griffin asked him to walk to me, and he didn't.
The bell rings, but if as quiet as it's kept, and I think a couple other people have addressed this, they could have waved the fight off right there. Because the referee's saying, show me your hands, look at me, or do you want to continue? Walk to me. And he's standing there and shit. He looking like, he looking wobbly and shit. And he's disregarding that comment. If you look how when the fight ended, it's a similar scenario. I need you to come to me. And he doesn't do it.
He's been down 4 times. Hey, turn around, you can. Joshua turning to his corner. He's got to be careful here. He's got to stay engaged. Okay, where is his mouthpiece? You ready to box? Joshua looks so tired. I think he wants out. That's it. He says that's it. Andy Ruiz is the heavyweight champion.
So, with all that being said, the only opportunity, in my opinion, that AJ has to get it done in this bout is early, rounds 1 through 3. Hurting Andy Ruiz badly and getting him out of it. I think the longer the fight goes and the more that Ruiz's confidence grows through the bout, it just spells trouble for AJ. And the very moment this is going to be crucial. The moment that Ruiz lands something crucial, a tough shot over the top, or especially if it's one of those tempo shots, I think that's the moment we get to figure out who is AJ, what's AJ going to be, how he's going to respond. Because if he start looking crazy and doing that Frankenstein dance and flopping all around at that moment, that shit is over. If AJ can't get it done 1 through 3, I'm definitely banking on Ruiz to get it done. I think it's bullshit that it's in Saudi Arabia. I think that's kind of placating a little bit to Anthony Joshua and his fans. Mexico was an option. Vegas was an option. Doing it back in New York was an option, which AJ said he wanted to do himself. But Eddie Hearn's just trying to put Anthony Joshua in a situation where he's most comfortable. And fuck, man, what if you can't get out there? What if you're trying to cover that fight? You don't have a passport. I mean, there's no. I just think that's an inconvenient location. I think it favors Joshua. But based off watching the videos of workouts, warm-ups, interviews, press conferences, Ruiz looks great. He looks fantastic as far as his confidence is concerned. He just looks, hey, we here, and I'm excited. Heard Canelo might be here. Shout out Fight Hype. Saw the video of that video when they talked about Canelo possibly showing up. And he just looks very confident, very comfortable. If you watch his media workout, fuck, man, he looked fast. His hands look great. He himself has also dropped a little bit of weight, but I don't think it's going to be a crazy amount of weight. When they get on the scales, I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. He's just going to be slimmer, more in shape, being given the opportunity to prepare for the fight more than 5 weeks, obviously. Anyway, I'm rambling. With that being said, this is your boy JG. If you made it this far in the video, you're definitely a real one. Like, subscribe, bell icon for notifications. That shit might be racist, low-key. Notifications. My final prediction is I have Ruiz winning again by stoppage. I just don't think that when AJ gets in a pressure situation, he's going to be able to hold up to it. That's my prediction. Not backing off that. Definitely okay with being wrong, but I just don't think I'm going to be wrong this time around. Shout out to both those guys. Shout out to that card. It's kind of bunk. A lot of heavyweight fighters. Everybody's on steroids out there. Shout out to Saudi Arabia, UAE. Shout out that whole situation. And Cass is getting mad bread. Once again, your boy JG, exaggeration and experience. We just keeping it all the way real. More videos coming at you. Like I said before, like, subscribe, bell icon for notification. We out.